That was a look at our Vlasic Pickles Instant Classic from Newport Beach in July. Max Manthou and Eric Lange earning their first career gold in men's doubles playing together. They are back on court here in this men's doubles semifinals. And, Dom, they're actually coming off of a gold medal together in Dallas as well. It's been a great season for those two.
Yeah, they're looking really good. They're just starting to peak, I think, and it's not for nothing. Years ago, it used to be players would change partners constantly. Now, you see the teams that are on top are the teams that stick together because they have familiarity with each other. And then Max and Eric, they actually practice together up in the Pacific Northwest, too. So not only do they play tournaments together, but they practice together on the off weeks that we are not on tour. So, again, it's been very successful for them. They really have gelled this season.
One of the players that they faced in that men's doubles final was Patrick Kawka. He was playing with Will Howells then. He's playing alongside Richard Livornese Jr. in this matchup. This is one of those new pairings, like you just mentioned, on the opposite side.
Well, and Kawka is going to create a little bit of chaos. He likes to play quick, look for the big drives. Livornese Jr. moves well, really inserts himself in, and watch for a couple of Ernies. Watch for that big stretch out forehand, but we always talk about you have to play clean against a team like Lange and Manthou who, they're going to get balls back. They're going to put pressure on, and when you try to do too much, then balls start spraying. So I probably look for Kawka to come forward and really put the pressure on with a big third shot drive. Livornese Jr. to crash and, kind of test the limits of Lange and Manthou early on.
Lange and Manthou do have that ability for the big serve, and we saw Livornese Jr. struggle with that yesterday in the mixed doubles on the thirds as well.
Yeah, and I think the key, though, for you mentioned it, the big serves and the crashing from Manthou and Lange, I think that's the key. I think the third shot from Manthou and Lange is going to be a key because they're going to drive that probably 8 out of 10 times, and whoever drives it, the opposite is crashing. And they crash hard looking to really kind of crash and do a little shake and bake action. So I think that's going to be a key for Livornese Jr. and for Kawka to slow that down.
When Eric Lange crashes, watch out. That is a big man moving up to the kitchen line. 6'4", the 43-year-old out of West Linn, Oregon. Manthou, 32 years old, out of Tacoma, Washington. As we are set to get underway in this first men's doubles semifinal, it will be Lange to serve first.
Oh.
No service error. Side out. Well,
wasn't a big serve.
Nope.
Didn't really go for it. Like, complete opposite of everything we just talked about.
We promise we know what we're talking about sometimes.
There's the drive. Yeah, I got my prediction right.
Yeah, you knew that was coming. For sure.
Good angle there from Manthou.
So if you think that Lange and Manthou aren't going to be ready for the drives, you're crazy because they countered that drive immediately.
Well, we are going from 60-ball rallies to six. This is going to be a much faster pace match than the previous one. And it's not that these guys don't stay in dink rallies. It's that they just like to play fast.
Track down the loose ball. With all the power coming off the paddle, you got to keep it in the court somehow. 2-0-2. Ooh, two-hand backhand roll. That was pretty.
Two swings and misses in the middle. That ball went right between both.
Open the gates right now. Ran open. Good spot there from Manthou.
It's just night and day going from the last match to this match where it's just This is grip and rip. Who can stop me?
Two styles of pickleball. Two different styles of pickleball right there.
Lots of power out here as that missed return gets Lange and Manthou on the board.
Well, that's a big serve right there from Max Manthou, too.
Uh-oh.
Pair of missed returns. We're tied at 2.
Isn't this what we love about pickleball, though? Like, there's no right way. There's two totally separate ways going from last match to this match.
Too strong off the paddle of Lange, side out.
Yeah, good leave there from Kawka and Livornese Jr. But the key right there is Kawka getting the ball down toward the feet of Lange.
Into the middle, point.
That's tough right there because Livornese Jr.'s hands are so quick. And when you speed that ball up about belly height right there, he's sitting all over that.
Kawka stepping over. Maybe a little too much.
Well, and right there he tries to step over, but plan himself to move back left.
And misses the third there, so a side out. Good ball from Livornese Jr. Pushes them onto second serve.
And this is where Livornese Jr. typically plays on the left. Kawka plays on the left. They're going to switch it around. We saw that here last time with Kawka and Howes moving it around. Oh, there's the
Ernie from Livornese Jr. to get the side out.
Both my predictions have come through.
Look at you.
Just great footwork right there from Livornese, too.
Well placed, well played.
And you always know what you're talking about sometimes.
Yeah.
Lange wins the hands battle.
And that was control from Eric Lange, right? He sees that he's got a lane down the sideline. He doesn't need to do too much with this. All he does is punch that right down the line because Kafka's pinched in the middle so heavy.
Oh, what the heck?
That was dirty.
Wow.
That forehand from Kawka was
Here it is.
ridiculous.
This is
Here
a
it is
ping
again.
pong shot right here.
Watch the shape.
And yeah.
That's incredible.
But that had so much spin coming on the return as well. That's just a grip it and rip it ball from Kawka.
Finds the left hip for the side out.
Such a good roll right there from Manthou, leaning in on the backhand roll, drops the paddle head nicely.
Kawka getting a little big. 3-4. Hands are just so fast.
Livornese slides to the right there, is looking for that backhand counter. That's a little too much for Manthou.
But you talked about it, Chad. It was just a great read 2 points ago from Livornese as he anticipates that, slides to his right, sits heavy backhand, just punches that ball down.
Pushing Manthou back, another point. Leads back out to 2.
Yeah, good ball movement there from Kawka. Takes that ball inside out forehand and really puts some pressure on there with a good penetrating dink that takes Manthou out wide. Is difficult for him to catch up to.
Tried to slide it down line wide.
Yeah, almost looked like he opened up a little too much right there to try and slide it down the line. And as he opens up, hips open up, chest opens up, and you go wide.
Kawka says, I hit it too hard as they get a new ball in play.
Just give me the green one.
Already seen some massive forehands. Livornese Jr. puts it in the net, side out.
Well, that's a good fourth there from Manthou. Putting it down, putting it out of the reach of Livornese.
Another Ernie from Livornese Jr. Make it 2.
Well, he reads that Lange's going to be off balance on this ball that he's digging out, so he's taking a chance of he's just going to try and reset this flat down the line, and he does.
Going right at the feet of Lange. Quick side out.
Just deep.
Missed it by a fraction of an inch as Kawka and Livornese Jr. double up Lange and Manthou.
I don't mind the idea right there because all 4 of these guys are dug in at the kitchen line so much.
Yes, Kawka was just a little off balance right there.
He mocked himself.
That's when you know you're having fun.
Oh, get out with the hands, Patrick Kawka.
Jeez.
So good.
Well, where have you guys seen him improve the most since that tournament back in Sacramento when he and Dario Walchuk made that run in mixed?
For me, it's the all-around game that he has now. He can get up to the kitchen line, and he can really kind of play both sides of the court as well, as you're showing right now, him and Livornese.
Side out. 4-point advantage for Livornese Jr. and Kawka. That was a better lob from Lange.
Yeah, good
Almost
spot.
stung that forehand-did Manthou.
Well, and all it took was for Livornese Jr. to go right to the forehand side. You see a slight shift, and then Manthou takes it right past the left hip.
And a timeout called by Kawka and Livornese Jr. as they have seen their lead shrink to 2 here on Championship Court. As we welcome you back into the booth at the world's first, the world's best, the APP Tour here at the LAPP Newport Beach Open. Fellas, we knew this one was going to be a lot of firepower. We've seen trading big forehands. What are your takeaways so far?
Well, I've been impressed with the communication between Kawka and Livornese Jr. And they're switching sides and they're changing things up, giving different looks. But, Kawka's coming in, he's driving. Livornese Jr. Predominantly more drop, but continuing that pressure and kind of keeping Lange and Manthou off balance.
Yeah, they've handled the pressure of Lange and Manthou because we know they want to come out and apply pressure, drive that third. Absolutely, that is their game plan, but they've slowed everything down and got it under control so that they can get on the initiative.
Coming out of this Tervis hydration break, what is the one thing that needs to change for Livornese Jr. and Kawka to slow this momentum on the other side?
Are you talking on the other side for Lange and Manthou? Lange and Manthou need to really kind of apply their pressure. They're not doing that. They're getting sucked into and on their heels a little bit too much. See, even though they don't come out on top of that point for Livornese and Kawka, it's a good point for them because they initiated
Kawka skips into that. You can hear Livornese Jr. very clearly communicating. Just off the edge guard. What a forehand.
Well, and that's exactly what I'm talking about. Eric Lange, Max Manthou, got to get big on these thirds, apply that pressure.
Another overhead, but that one handled easily. Foot fault?
Foot fault on Livornese.
Push off with the left foot, but
arguing his case. So foot fault allows Manthou and Lange to take their first lead of the match. Let's circle that point.
oh my!
Slapped by Kawka.
Livornese Jr. and Kawka fighting over this ball right here, and Kafka's like, "Don't worry, I'll put it away."
It's like, just give me the next one, Richard. I'll take the next one. Let me show you how it's done here.
Back on serve now, trailing for the first time here in game number 1 of our men's doubles semifinal. Good hands there by Lange.
Yeah, again, nice attack from Kawka, but Lange all over that one. I think right now they're starting to see a little more, are Lange and Manthou. So they're recognizing it. They're seeing the pace, the shape.
Missed third there from Livornese Jr. Is there something about Livornese Jr. and Kawka's game that makes it difficult to adjust to? When you're talking about seeing the ball better?
Well, it's the pace coming off of Kafka's paddle that took a little bit of getting used to for Lange and Manthou.
That one sails along.
Almost into the booth here.
Yeah. Neither one of you had your hands up, I noticed.
I did. I moved.
Did you?
But I figured you would dive in front of me anyway.
No, there's no fence.
Yeah, there is right in front of us. She almost dove into that.
Well, listen, I mean, the general rule is you don't let the pitchers field anything, so.
That's pretty good at my PFPs, actually.
Listen, I hadn't gotten a dig at you about that in a while. Right into the left hip of Manthou.
But it was actually the slide off of Livornese's paddle right here. Manthou thought it was going to the forehand side, and it started that way, but it tailed to the left hip.
Oh, nearly got it back.
He's there.
Trying to do just a little too much there for Livornese. Boom.
Yeah.
5-hole. Watch out.
It's almost like watching a Christine Maddox overhead right here. Watch him go full flamingo here. One leg punishes that ball down.
Oh!
Lange and Manthou doing everything they can during that scramble.
Kawka giving it to his partner a little bit. That a boy, Rich?
Hit it. He
Put
told him
one
to
away.
hit it. Told him to hit it.
Manthou.
Sorry. Livornese sitting way too much on the forehand there. Forehand, goes forehand again. Needs to stay a little bit more neutral.
Oh.
Both feet off the ground.
So good from
Right.
Kawka.
It all comes from his drop, though, right? He gets pressured, hits a perfect drop, and then charges after his drop.
8-all. Elevated ball makes for the easy put away as Livornese Jr. and Kawka take the lead.
But that all comes down to the setup there from Kawka. Reaches in, takes the ball out of the air, but hits it right at the feet of Manthou. Manthou trying to hit through it, but pops it up.
Whoa. Wow. Eric Lange was beat. He was beat. He was on his heels, digs this ball out, drops it in perfectly. Nice job by Lange, just fighting that off.
Livornese wasn't expecting it to come back,
No.
that's for sure.
I got a chance to talk to Lange and Manthou's coach back in July, and he said the biggest thing that he's tried to impart to them over this run where they've continued to make semifinals and finals is that it's already baked. You just got to trust what you've been doing in your practice, that it'll transfer into a match. Listen, no one can say Richard Livornese Jr. is not animated.
He's his own cheer squad right now.
Pom-poms in his hand. Be all right.
Uh-oh.
See,
Missed return there,
so
9-all.
that's my only thing with that. When you do that, right, and you get so up, that happens so many times. You're too high. Calm
Gets
down
it right
there.
back.
There you go. Kawka in his corner, just telling him, take it over. Take it over here, Rich.
Crowd filling in here on Championship Court. That's Spencer Lanier at the right of your screen. He and his partner, Zach Taylor, await the winner of this match. And our other
semifinal
Final.
is Nunnery and Etienne.
Yes, against Lanier and Zach Taylor.
Yeah, but you were saying the winner of this one. Never mind. Keep going. Keep going with your train
You're right.
of thought. Good ball there from Lange, getting on top of it. Livornese tries to reset and block, but because that ball is coming from up, down, tough to keep in the court.
Oh, wow.
Lange, how did he get it at the feet?
He's eating up. He's eating up here.
That's Lange's strength, though, right at that backhand.
And it's worked game point for Manthou and Lange. Missed return, and game number 1 goes to Lange and Manthou by 2. We'll have game 2 action coming up next here in Newport.
Introducing Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of the APP Tour. They're ultra lightweight and responsive for incredible speed. They have Goodyear rubber outsoles with a specialized pickleball design for increased side-to-side stability and agility. Plus, they feature shock-absorbing foam and Skechers' famous relaxed fit design for incredible comfort game after game. Conquer the court in comfort. Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of the APP Tour.
16 years from today, Greg Gerstner will finally land the perfect cannonball. Unsuspecting friends? Check. Epic water displacement? Big check. A work of art that's only possible because Greg is already meeting all these same people at AARP volunteer and community events. They'll keep Greg active, involved, and mischievous, and help make sure his happiness lives as long as he does. That's why the younger you are, the more you need AARP.
To be clear, Fulfill is a protein bar, not a candy bar. Don't let its creamy, chocolatey goodness confuse you, or the fact that you hide them from anyone with a sweet tooth.
You saw nothing.
I saw nothing.
Fulfill. We swear it's a protein bar.
The APP is sponsored by Aura Organic, rooted in science, powered by nature. Yola, for the champion in you. And Roots Farm Fresh, the cleanest, crispiest fries you'll try. Humana would like to recognize Eric Whitty for the Humana Human Care Spotlight. Eric worked tirelessly, dedicating many hours of his time to volunteering at the APP Women's Open. Eric said, quote, being a part of this APP event was one of the first chances I had to give back to a sport that has given my family so much, and it would have been inconceivable 2 years ago to think that I could be as active as I am today. Thank you, Eric, for all you do. You're a champion in the community and the sport of pickleball as we are underway here in game number 2 of our men's doubles semifinal. First point goes the way of Livornese Jr. and Patrick Kawka.
He read it right. Did Max Manthou in the middle, but again, got to execute that ball right there. Those are ones that'll come back to haunt you.
Ooh, just
misdirection, just missed it.
There's a little bit of pop on that counter.
Quick 3-point lead.
Ooh, nice.
Manthou going right at Kawka.
Inside in?
Yeah, inside in, and elevates it up toward that right armpit. Creates the chicken wing on Kawka.
Oh, Kawka just out of the reach of Lange.
Well, issue is Lange was almost coming up, right? So he's not spread out into a, we want to say, a ready position. And so he ends up reaching. He can't reach it.
Oh, again,
Going right at the hip.
Yeah, Kawka does an excellent job of really getting extended, but still generating power.
How about that exchange?
Just shot after shot, off balance, resets.
Get your face out of the way. So the only thing that I would say with that there, a good drive from Livornese, but he drives and stays at the baseline.
Yeah. Got to move up.
Yeah.
Got to get not about a foot or two in. You got to get about 5 feet inside that baseline.
At least a full step.
Right. Get into that transition area.
Oh, what a pickup. Oh, that one's not coming back.
Look out, Graf, in the booth. That was coming right for him.
A timeout taken by Manthou and Lange as Livornese Jr. and Kawka have taken a quick 5-point lead. What's impressed you about the way that Livornese Jr. and Kawka have come out in this game?
Well, they're coming out firing right now. There's no, it's all gas pedal, no brake, right? Because of the fact that they know that Lange and Manthou are going to do that to them. So, again, teams that like to create
they
pace.
let off a little bit in game one after they got the lead.
So teams that like to create pace almost a lot of times don't like it given to them, right? They want to initiate. And right now, Livornese Jr. and Kawka have not allowed Lange and Manthou to get any sort of rhythm or create off of a drive or a third or anything.
How do Lange and Manthou find that then?
Look for a better fourth here. If they're going to drive, get on top of it, put it down at the feet. Livornese Jr. has been dropping a little bit more, so take that fourth and create an angle to open up the middle.
Five 5-0-2 after the timeout. Good timeout earns the side out.
Well, right there, Lange and Manthou slowed down Livornese and Kawka right there into a dink game. Forced a mistake.
Good put away there from Manthou to get on the board.
Just slap it down. Just slap
Find
it
the
at your
feet. Find the feet.
Yeah, just slap it at your feet.
Oh.
That was going to be scary. That might have ended up in the booth if he connected that one the right way.
Looked up at the sun a little bit after he missed it off the edge guard.
Good spot. Going cross body, sets up like he's going to take it through the middle, did Manthou, and then hits the right shoulder of Kawka.
All right, so 3 straight points out of the side out for Lange and Manthou to get back within 2. Timeout taken from Kawka and Livornese Jr. Guys, this one feels like a game of runs.
Yeah, and it has been, right? You had the run from Livornese Jr. and Kawka, timeout from Lange and Manthou, and on the flip side, you get the same thing, timeout from Livornese Jr. and Kawka because they're feeling the momentum shift to Lange and Manthou, and all Lange and Manthou have done is, we talk about all the time, Chad, is they're hitting their way out of this, right? So they're just swinging. Swing your way out.
The same strategy going to work for Livornese Jr. and Kawka?
I mean, it can. They just got to be under control. Right now, I think they need to worry about the fourth shot. Handle the first pace off of Lange and Manthou's paddle.
Lange can't make the pickup. Second serve.
He's upset with himself,
Yeah.
just going, why?
Footwork just got caught up a little bit there.
Oh, body bag from Manthou to get within 1.
But again, Livornese is sitting dead forehand there. Manthou recognizes it. Just go straight into the middle of the body.
Exchange won by Manthou. We're tied at 5.
Livornese is giving Manthou the opportunity to be aggressive again. That's where you reach in, you roll the ball down to the feet, force Manthou to slow it down, or, like you're pointing to, Dom, create the angle out wide instead of trying to flick through him.
Sails just wide off the paddle, and just like that, Manthou and Lange have stormed back to take the lead.
Well, this is organized chaos right now, or just chaos, because right now Lange and Manthou are just swinging from their heels. As soon as I say that, he gets a third shot drop.
You want to talk about someone that's swinging away, it's Patrick Kawka.
Chad and I, as soon as that ball went up to Kawka, we both were standing up, thinking that ball's going to make it in the booth. Kind of disappointed it didn't.
There's still time.
Oh! Just a little too much. Last one, the paddle face pointed straight up to the sky.
Ripped from Manthou.
Wow. A crossbody winner,
Wow.
Two-handed backhand from Manthou. And Dorian, was it a 4-0 lead for Livornese and Kawka, or 5?
5.
She's mathing over there.
No, it's 5.
You can't interrupt me when I'm mathing. Oh. Make it a 7-point run for Lange and Manthou.
Incredible. Inside out forehand there from Manthou too. Livornese read it better though on that one. Oh, watch your face.
Dropped the paddle at the same time, though. Livornese kept the paddle up there. It was close.
Pushes Manthou and Lange onto second serve. Side out.
Better job getting on top of those balls there from Livornese. This is a little preview of mixed doubles final tomorrow with Manthou and Livornese. Oh,
Good spot from Lange, back corner pocket. Oh, Livornese Jr. just caught on his heels. Some absolute rockets being exchanged right now.
Off. Manthou did not get cheated on the swings right there.
He's going to need to ice his shoulder after this match.
Oh, tricky from Lange to get the point.
Yeah, Livornese just a little off right there on that. Not sure he was expecting that one to go to him.
They were down 5-0, took a timeout, and since then it has been all Manthou and Lange. Fighting over the middle, sends it long, side out, but not before they extend their lead to 3.
Well, better to fight over that in the middle than nobody going for it again, but that's when you're feeling good, right? You're both trying to get there, get in the middle, and take that. Oh my.
Right
that ball
at the
would have put a
body.
hole in Livornese's chest if he didn't get his paddle up.
Yes,
Good flick there from Kawka.
we did hear Jill Braverman on the outside court.
I looked at you, you looked at me, I was like, yeah, that was Braverman, I heard.
Good spot there from Kawka going crossbody on Lange.
I must be deaf because I didn't hear anything.
Chad and I did. You are, because if I ever put your headphones on, I get like blown out of my ears. Your headphone volume is very loud.
Oh, Manthou all over it to earn the side out.
Manthou's found the spot here on Livornese. You'll go middle, then Livornese again goes to the forehand, and Manthou's hit him a few times, left hip.
Oh, Livornese Jr. able to sneak it through the middle.
Well, much better counter there from Livornese. Stayed nice and short. Sat more neutral position right there to counter that. And with him being now on the right-hand side, you do have to sit more neutral.
Exactly.
If he sits forehand, he's going to get killed. Right?
You're protecting an out ball.
Correct.
Finds the foot of Manthou, does Livornese Jr.
But a couple of digs from his shoelaces there for Manthou on balls from Kawka. Another good reach in there from Kawka. Like I said, I mean, he's full extension. Most of the time you say, hey, don't get to full extension because you don't have enough strength to go with just wrist.
Livornese Jr. and Kawka have worked themselves back within one, trailing 7-8-1 as Lange and Manthou take a timeout here on Championship Court, here at the world's first, the world's best, the APP Tour here at the APP Newport Beach Open. Crowd filling in, starting to pack the stands as we get later in the day here in our men's and women's doubles action. We will be punching 2 more tickets to Championship Sunday. Grayson Gold and Chris Hayworth there at the bottom of your screen. They will be playing in the men's singles gold medal match for the 3rd time this year. Hayworth has won the previous 2 matchups.
Golden wants one bad.
Well, they've
Well,
both
he has
it's
one,
been 18, 16, 15, 13.
He wants
16,
one against
14.
Chris. That's what I'm saying.
3 of the last 4 games those 2 have played have gone past the minimum. And listen, we talked about high-octane offense. If you want to see that, tune in for that men's singles match. Oh, what a spot from Livornese Jr. We're tied at 8.
That was
Kawka holding his head right there. Full extension, flick off the end of the paddle there for Livornese. Spin.
Get up, Max Manthou.
I mean, that was close right there. Kafka's about a half an inch from that ball being a beautiful winner down the line.
Yeah, hesitated coming forward there. Did Kawka.
A good service side for Lange and Kawka as they have gotten themselves level. And the ball was called long on court.
Another missed return.
Lange and Manthou stick their nose back out in front.
Wow. Did it clip? I'm not even sure.
I think it went through the net.
From here, it almost looked like it was moving, like knuckling off of his paddle. We're right behind Manthou when he's driving it. He's looking at his paddle right now, too.
Absolute shave the net cord, and it is earned Lange and Manthou a match point as Livornese Jr. and Kawka take another timeout. This one has lived up to.
Rewind.
Listen, I'm so impressed with. Thank you. I'm so impressed with the play. I can't even speak.
Well, it's definitely been fast-paced. There's been a lot of power. That is for sure.
Coming out of the timeout, match point for Lange and Manthou. Into the net as Lange and Manthou withstand the power from Livornese Jr. and Kawka. They will get a chance to defend their gold medal here in Newport. We'll hear from them next.
People play pickleball for exercise, competition, or to hang out with friends. What your reason is doesn't matter to Gamma. What matters is that you play, that you enjoy playing with passion, and you have so much fun you can't wait to play again. At Gamma, we offer paddles perfect for all levels, including yours. Because pickleball is about you, the player, and what feels right. Pickleball is your game. Make Gamma your paddle. Play to live, live to play. Gamma Pickleball.
Since I've been using Leo Rubber, I've had way less problem on my AT band and hips. If I had to describe it in a few words, I would say it's a must, it's effective, and it's stylish.
Nothing makes a gathering great like Eggland's best eggs. They're just so delicious. With better nutrition, too. For us, it's eggs any style, as long as they're the best. Eggland's best.
Welcome back here to Championship Court. Max, Eric, let's go right to game one. You go down early, 5-0, call timeout. Everything seemed to change there. What was the conversation you guys had?
Wow, did we? That means both games we were down 5-love. Wow. Well, I think we had a long break. I think maybe we came out just a little bit sluggish, but we found our groove, and I knew that, we're never out of it. At this exact event a few months ago, we were down like maybe 4 different times on center court, and we came back each time. So always confident with this man.
And Eric, it seems like the mantra for you guys, hitters hit. And when you guys got down, you hit your way out of it, played that shake and bake really well. Is that kind of your guys' game plan just going in general?
You know, we practice together every week, multiple times per week. We have several ways to win. I think our preferred way is letting Max just go loose, and I just hold down my side. So incredible player. Next to me, he's in 2 Championship Sunday matches. He's got a book that's being released. So this guy is an all-star. It's just an honor to share the court with him.
All right, well, congratulations, boys. We'll take a quick break. Next semifinal here on Championship Court, men's pro doubles at the OWL APP Newport Beach Open.